Hello, thank you for being here on Convo Wednesday. I am a little fancy today. Why am I a little fancy today? Because this is my birthday episode of Convo Wednesday. Yay! My name is Cindy Simmons. I will be your host for Convo Wednesday. For today, Wednesday, October 21st, 2020, episode 232, because I'm your host every single week. So thank you so much for being here. All right, I'm really just channeling my inner Moira Rose from the TV show, which I cannot say the name of, SCHITT' Creek, because I decided for my birthday episode, I wanted to have a fancy fur poncho to wear. So then, because I got my fancy fur poncho on, I thought that I should probably grab my fancy teacup, which is actually coffee because I don't really do tea. But this is Convo Wednesday. Thank you for being here. If this is your first time, thank you. If this is not your first time, thank you for coming back. Welcome. This is a show where we're going to talk about 3 things. We'll be here for about 15 or 20 minutes. And today's birthday episode is brought to you by Perdue Farms. Why? Because I love Perdue Farms. I'm a Perdue Farms ambassador. And not only are you going to get something from Perdue Farms, because it's my birthday and Perdue Farms loves me as much as I love them, we are giving away two giveaways. So 2 winners at the end of the show today. So thank you for being here. If you would just grab whatever you're drinking, I give you a cheers, Myra Rose style. Cheers to you. And thank you for being here. Comment below, let me know what you're drinking right now. And if you would, like and share this video. Cheers. So quick little funny story. I'm going to put my fancy cup of coffee down. If you have never seen the TV show SCHITT' Creek, then you don't know who Myra Rose is and you don't know that. Why is she channeling Myra Rose? But I had to show you, look, I mean, it's full on fur poncho. Oh my goodness. Yes, Shoo Shoo Baby. Natalie from Shoo Shoo Baby said, you have to have something fancy. You have to have something fancy for your birthday. And I got home and it was so funny because my husband Eric was like, oh my goodness, you're like channeling your inner Myra Rose. And I'm like, I love that. I do. I love that. And I'm terrible. I'm trying to do a Myra Rose impression, but it is not working very well. Anyway. Okay, a little bit about me. Like I said, my name is Cindy. I've been doing the show for about 4.5 years now, actually, maybe even a little longer than that. I am originally from Los Angeles, California. We grew up about 30 minutes away from Disneyland, and now we live in Orlando, Florida, less than 30 minutes away from Walt Disney World. As you can guess, we are a Disney family. We are a family of 5. My husband, Eric, he has an awesome promotional products company called mysmartshirt.com. You can order PPE stuff, basically anything that has a logo, he can do for you. So, of course, I have to give my husband some love. We have 2 daughters, 15 and 7. In fact, my little baby is going to be 8 next week. My goodness. My Mama Jane, who is a 4-time cancer surviving rock star, also lives with us, and she's pretty awesome. Actually, I have a quick funny story about her in a minute. But my background is radio. I was on the radio in Los Angeles, in Nashville, Atlanta, and here in Orlando. And now I'm doing this. I'm also the podcast host for partycity.com. You can check it out wherever you get your podcast, or just go to partycity.com. And our family shares tons of products at partycity.com, like product ideas. So like party ideas, Halloween ideas. So if you go to partycity.com, you can check all of that out. It's so fun. We share a couple, like 2 or 3 projects a month. So that is super, super duper fun. All right, funny side story before we get started on our 3 topics. Do you remember, if you were listening last week, I was sharing the story about how my Mama Jane has gone viral on TikTok. It is the craziest thing. If you're on TikTok, even if you weren't on TikTok, you may have seen the viral video because it was everywhere on Facebook and Instagram and YouTube. There was a guy who was drinking an Ocean Spray jug, like a bottle, I guess you'd call it, like a big bottle, Ocean Spray cranberry juice on a skateboard. He was just vibing to Fleetwood Mac's song Dreams. And so my mom, I say to her, Mom, I need to figure out like how to do my own spin and do my own TikTok. She goes, I'll get on the skateboard. So as I said last week, she gets on the skateboard. We film the video. My husband, Eric, and I are holding her, and Luna's filming a behind the scenes. My youngest one, my oldest one, the teenager's filming the actual video. So we post the video, but then I also shared the behind the scenes. Well, the behind the scenes, both of them went viral. The regular video, the like finished product, has over 1 million views. And then get this, the behind the scenes video has almost 9 million. 9 million views. And why I'm sharing this, because this is so funny. My mama Jane is in Walmart today. And a woman comes up to her and says, hi, excuse me, are you Cindy's mom? Are you Mama Jane? She got recognized, which I swear is the greatest thing ever. Mama Jane getting recognized. It makes me so happy. Oh my goodness gracious. It just makes me so happy. So Whitney in Claremont, thank you for recognizing my mom and being so kind to her. My mom was just tickled, and as was I, because I thought that was so great. So if you haven't seen the video on TikTok, you have to go check it out. I shared it on my YouTube page and also here on Facebook, wherever you're watching. I shared it everywhere because I was so excited that it was my mom's idea and she was so into doing it, and it was so much fun. Like, I can't believe that she is almost at 9 million views and that she's recognized now. Oh, I love my mom. Okay, that's like a little, I feel so, look at me trying to be, so Moira Rose, drinking my classy coffee here, trying to do my Moira Rose impression. And again, if you haven't seen that show, you're like, who in the heck is Moira Rose? Okay, I will put my fancy coffee down now. All right, so let's get started. Actually, no, let's say congratulations to Laura C. from North Carolina. Laura C. from North Carolina, she won last week's Nightmare Before Christmas goodies. So congratulations, you will get your goodies soon, your Nightmare Before Christmas. That was such a fun giveaway last week. We're gonna have more Disney next week, but I am like way excited for our Perdue Farms double giveaway at the end of the show. All right, topic number one. It's been a hot mess. I have been a hot mess, and I haven't told you about it because every Wednesday, this is a way to like come here and us hang out, and everything is fun and rainbows and unicorns. And I'm always honest as I am able to be with the good, the bad, the ugly, the whatever. But my health has been like a little wackadoo for the last 3 weeks. And it's like one of those TMI, and we're close, and we're that close, but like, you know, I just don't think you need to know about all that. What I will tell you is, in the process of the last 3 weeks being kind of a nightmare, I got some new medication to tackle some, I'll just say some female issues, because that should say it right there. That's enough. And my doctor, a new doctor I went to, she gave me a medication for an issue I was having. And I had never taken the medication before. I had no idea that I was allergic to said medication. And I had a wretched, and when I say wretched allergic reaction. So I ended up in the ER on Friday, like just a few days ago. And that was not fun. I was in the middle of homeschooling, and I was texting my friend Eliza, who lives in my old neighborhood. I'm like, hey, this is what's happening, because she's a nurse practitioner. And she's like, yeah, you need to go to the ER. I called the doctor. The doctor's like, yeah, you need to go to the emergency room. So I drove myself down the street to the emergency room, Advent Health. They were lovely. And I say to the doctor, I'm having some sort of reaction. I was having, when I say a rash everywhere, like places you shouldn't have a rash. Again, TMI. Everywhere. It was not good. And then the itching, I don't know if you've ever had an allergic reaction to something. I have not like that. Like, I'm allergic to cilantro, as in Mexican food, cilantro. Can't have it, get violently ill. That is the only thing that I've ever had an allergic reaction to, not a medication. So I did not know what was happening, and I explained to her. She goes, oh, I'm allergic to it too. And I'm like, really? So they had to give me an IV of some, what was it, a steroid, an antibiotic, something else. I don't know, Benadryl, I think too. It was not good. And it was bumming me out. It was, I think, when you've been having an issue for a little while, you're like, okay, like if you have a cold, you're like, all right, it'll go away, or a sore throat, or God forbid, COVID or something. And look, I have, let's count them. I have been through breast cancer, so I've done cancer, chemo, radiation. I've broken my foot. I had salmonella 5 years ago. So I've had my fair share of illness and pain and whatever. I am a tough cookie. So like my pain tolerance is pretty high. This was insane. So for me to drive myself to the emergency room, you have to know it's bad, because I pretty much think I have a good high pain tolerance. So they sent me home that later afternoon with a whole bunch of medicine, and I have a few more days left of that, but holy cannoli, that was insane. I don't know why I have to also have the coaster when I'm doing my fancy tea coffee. Why is that so funny to me? It just is. So yeah, it was pretty crazy, and it was, we were supposed to go to Walt Disney World this weekend. I always want to go to Magic Kingdom on my birthday, so we were going to go for my birthday and celebrate like a little Halloween early, and so none of that happened. I was down for the count. So if I haven't responded to an email or a text in like 3.5 weeks, you know why. Like I have been out of commission, like not good. So, but today, yeah, I am feeling better. And I didn't share that with you Wednesday of last week because it was just starting to ramp up and get way worse. But I just kept thinking, it's going to go away. It's going to go away. But it did not. So lo and behold, there you go. Good to know that I'm allergic to this medicine, because I will never, ever, ever, ever take it again. And now it will be one of those things where when they ask, are you allergic to anything? And I'll say yes. In addition to cilantro, I'm allergic to this whatever medicine that I will never, ever, ever, ever take again, no matter what. So yeah, comment below if you have an allergic reaction. I'm fascinated now because this is something in my full-on adult life I just learned about myself. So, all right. Topic number 2. Yesterday, as I have mentioned, was my birthday. It was fun because I had been, like I said, funkadelic. I was in a funk because I physically was just not feeling well, and I think emotionally it was messing with my head a little bit because I was getting a little down. And I am all about joy and kindness and Nutella and rainbows and unicorns and Minnie Mouse and blah. So for my chi to be off just didn't feel good. So I was just excited to get to my birthday because I like to celebrate my birthday all week and all month, really. But because October is basically, I wasn't celebrating all month. So when we got to my birthday, I'm like, okay. So it was so fun. One of my best friends, Ashley, in Atlanta, Georgia, she did one of those, I think it's like Card Your Yard or something, where they put this massive happy birthday sign out in your front yard. So I went for a bike ride with my husband. He took me to my favorite French cafe for breakfast and some coffee. And I pull around to the front on my bike and I'm like, what in the world? It was crazy. Like, it was really cool. So it was super fun. It was a good day. My husband surprised me with a massage at my house. Like, that was like so decadent. And he just knew that everything had been really bad. So it was so kind. But I will say, I think I had the best friends, and my mom got me some great stuff. And my friends are so awesome and sent like great goodies. But I'm gonna be honest and say, I think my favorite gift were the cards that my babies made. And I was so excited that they made these. And it's so silly, I know, but it's the only thing I want on Mother's Day. And I love it. So let's start with Luna. So Luna is the baby. She's 7. And I love that she made this because inside, and I just have to show you. So inside, she did Mickey and Minnie and gave Minnie a bow, and then did Cinderella Castle, and they're holding hands. I love you, Mom. And she put me And hi, Mickey, and that's Minnie and Mickey. And I love that she took so much time doing this. It's so cute. Like, it's just my favorite thing. And then I'm a dork. I'm going to put the date on the back and I'm going to save it forever and ever. Amen. And then the teenager, I have to brag on her too, because she did a card. Happy birthday, Mom. And I love the fact that she's a teenager and she still wanted to do this card. But look, it is a pop-up card. She made all of this. She made pop-up little hands there. Look at how cute they are. She drew Mickey herself, drew all of this, the mini bow. Drew, can you see all that? Wrote the sweetest note, but it's a pop-up card. How great is that? Like, oh my goodness. Why are just cards from your babies the best? I mean, cards from anyone. A handmade card is so lovely. But I just wanted to share that. It's my little show and tell today because I was so proud of them. Like, just, oh, and then she made an envelope. Like, look, handmade envelope. So I love my babies, and I never do show and tell really on the show. So I just thought it would be fun to share with you that these were my absolute favorite gifts from my birthday, from my babies. So I was like a little excited about that. So thank you. Thank you for letting me share. I don't know why I feel like such a diva in my fur poncho. All right, and then the last thing I want to talk to you about is something I haven't told you that I have been doing for almost a year now. And the reason I haven't told you is not because I didn't want to tell you, but it's one of those things, you know, like when you say, oh, I'm going to do this, and then you don't do it, and then people are like, oh, whatever happened to blah, 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 and you're like, you didn't do it. I have been doing keto, a keto lifestyle, since the beginning of the year. And I tried it a year ago, January, and failed miserably after about a month and a half, and then just didn't think about it again. And then I got to the end of the year, end of 2019. Feels like we've been in 2020 for like 87 years, I swear. But I got to the end of 2019 and I just felt really bloated and whatever. Look, I had a baby, I went through cancer, I put on some LBs, I'm not 20 anymore. But the thing for me wasn't really so much about what was on the scale. Sure, that plays into it because we're women and that's like how our brains work. But I got tired of not feeling well. I got tired of feeling bloated. And one of my best friends, Mary Louise, she started doing it, ironically, after I stopped doing it like a year ago. And she's like, no, I'll support you. I'm going to do it too. I'm still doing it. And it's a lifestyle for her. I was like, okay. So I started in January. And I really wanted to tell you in January that I was doing it. But then I was like, no, it's going to sound like it's one of those, New Year's resolutions. And then the end of February, I'll be like, sorry, I'm not doing it anymore. Or just not talk about it. I didn't want to do that. I wanted to get to a place where I felt like it was becoming a lifestyle and becoming successful. And it has. And I gotta tell you, I love it. For up until maybe like a month ago, I've slept better than I ever had, ever. And I've always had sleep issues. But just up until recently, I think it's just the stress of homeschool and not feeling well lately is why I have not been sleeping well. But I was like having the best quarantine sleep ever, and then since the beginning of the year. And there were some stressful things that happened right before COVID hit. So I have not deterred. I have not, maybe I've had a cheat bite of something here and there, but I have been doing it for 10 months now, and I love it. So now I feel like because it has become a lifestyle, I wanted to share it with you for no other reason than I just like always to be honest with you. And if you have any questions about it, by all means, don't ask me because I am not an expert. And I think that my weight loss as part of the journey, which is obviously super beneficial, has been kind of cool, but it's been very slow because I didn't full on 110% keto. I like 90 to 95% keto. Like, I'm not carb free because that's just crazy talk. But I've really just adopted this lifestyle, and I gotta tell you, I really like it, and it just feels really good. I feel like my energy is better. I feel like I just don't feel so bloated in my belly anymore. So I'm just making these lifestyle changes, and I just kind of wanted to share that with you because I love them. Like, I love them. I think that it's just a great lifestyle for me. I'm not saying you do it. I'm just really sharing it with you because you're my friend, and I wanted to share it with you. And I wanted to share it with you because I thought we could roll right into our Perdue Farms giveaway, because I have been eating the heck out of some Perdue Farms chicken, plus all of the Perdue Farms partners, like Nyman Ranch has some great meats. So because I'm just eating more meats and chicken and stuff like that, I have become extra obsessed with Perdue Farms. So when I was talking to, Chris Perdue, he's been on the show a couple times. He's great, and his cute wife and their adorable baby. So he's like, hey, it's your birthday. Let's not do one giveaway. Let's do 2 giveaways. And I was like, yes, Perdue Farms. That's what I'm talking about. So this is what we're doing. I'm going to get on in here and show you. So we're going to be doing the Perdue Farms Organic Sampler. And I kind of love this because if you've never had Perdue Farms before, or if maybe you are thinking of like a good holiday gift coming up, I think this is like the perfect bundle to start with, because it's a sample bundle. So it's like a sampler, that's what I was trying to say, a sampler bundler. Sampler bundle. And it's called the Perdue Farms Organic Chicken Sampler Bundle. And it is originally $104, but you can get it for $69.99. Not today. Today you're getting it for free. And not just one of you, 2 of you. But I'm going to show you what is in it. So this is kind of like one of those introductory collections, I guess. And like I said, perfect for gift giving if you've never tried Perdue Farms home delivery, because there's 48 total servings in all. So it's 4 traditional chicken cuts, boneless, skinless breasts, wings, drumsticks, and thighs. So it's a great way to experiment with cooking, especially cooking chicken. And if you've just been like, oh, I've just never tried Perdue Farms home delivery, this is a great way. And so what I always encourage you, if say you just aren't one of the 2 winners for this week's bundle, use my link. I have put it in the description here of Coffee Convo Wednesday, whether you're watching on Facebook or YouTube, but I've put the link in so you can actually check out this too. Click on the link and navigate around. But if you ever go to Perdue Farms, go to PerdueFarms.com/Cindy Simmons. Always use my link because that helps support our family. It helps me be able to continue to do this show every week and also give you guys free stuff, which is the best ever. So if you are like, yes, I want one of those Perdue Farms organic chicken samplers, then what we're gonna do is we're gonna pick 2 winners. So we will have 2 winners, and this is what you do. Comment #Perdue Farms and the name of the state where you're watching Coffee Convo Wednesday. So #Perdue Farms and the name of the state where you're watching Coffee Convo Wednesday. You can get a bonus entry. If you are on Facebook, head over to YouTube. We'll have the link there and do the same thing. But again, I always say, if your name is Minnie Mouse on YouTube, then let me know that your real name is Cindy Simmons. You get 1 bonus entry on YouTube. If you're watching on YouTube, click subscribe, of course, and then bounce back over to Facebook and do the same thing. #Perdue Farms and the name of the state where you're watching Coffee Convo Wednesday. And then we're going to pick 2 winners, and you will be announced the 2. I'm like, why am I sitting so close to you right now? Because I feel like I just need to lean in and tell you how excited I am about 2 giveaways. Okay, I'm gonna sit back. We're gonna announce 2 winners on the show next week in the comments below, also on this video. So we will announce the 2 winners, and there you go. #Perdue Farms and where you're watching Coffee Convo Wednesday. And thank you, Perdue Farms, for 2 giveaways for my birthday. See, I keep wanting to slip back into Moira Rose. Again, only funny if you've watched the show. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you also for all of the birthday wishes on my Facebook page, on Instagram, on TikTok. Thank you so much. That means the world to me. I love being able to do this show with you. And I love that you support my family by going to PerdueFarms.com, by going to Party City and checking out my stuff. I appreciate that so much. My entire family appreciates. And really just having you be here every week, I just love doing this so much, even when I get to be in my fancy fur, Thank you, Shushu baby. I almost coughed. Excuse me, I almost choked on my coffee. Thank you for being here. I love you guys so much. Follow me on all the socials by going to CindySimmons.com. Please check out Instagram. I'm on Insta stories all of the time. It's at I am Cindy Simmons, but you can link over at CindySimmons.com. And of course, if you are on TikTok, please hang out with me and my family on TikTok. And please check out my Mama Jane's viral video. It is amazing. We're having so much fun over there. I love my mom. Oh my goodness. Such a good time. Thank you for being here. Spread joy and kindness like Nutella. Good luck on those 2 Perdue Farms bundle winners. 2 names next week. I will see you next week. And yeah, spread joy and kindness like Nutella. Thanks for celebrating my birthday. Bye.